Welcome to the war. Today's war zone, my game room. So I need your help. If I didn't mention it before, I'm in the process of moving and I can't decide what to do with my next game table or tables, which I completely understand is a good problem to have and incredibly fortunate. But as one thing, we don't, I think wargaming is quite subjective. What works for one person may not work for another. What's fun for one may not be fun for another. But we don't lack opinions. And so I'd love to get some thoughts of just things I'm thinking about. This is totally impromptu. I was not planning this. So I forgive the jumble of thoughts here. So I currently have this 8x4 table, which is great. I can play some pretty big battles on it. Good for the Warhammer Ancients game that I played on there. It's good for Napoleonics and all that good stuff. But for the systems that I play the most, like Flames of War, Bolt Action, arguably even, I guess I don't play a whole lot of 40K, but most of the games I play, the full 8x4 rarely gets used. It's no fun slogging 50 mil infantry from one flank of a table to the other. So when I move, I'm thinking, what about having a 6x4 or two 6x4s that I could also potentially combine or put together to play a bigger game? My one hesitation there is I've always loved the aesthetic of the edging or the lip around the border around the table. I just think it looks neater and cleaner. It keeps the dice on. There's practical when you're rolling them. There's some practical reasons there too, but for the most part, if I do this thing where I'm sticking tables together, then that's not going to work. So I'm curious to know what people think there. And then the other component, this is controversial for Shane, the surface to put on it. So I currently have a plethora of foam, the pink foam terrain boards that I make in all flavors, whether that's urban or grass, different shades of grass, desert, etc., etc. But putting them together is it takes forever. Again, I'd have to build more if I had two separate tables. So I'm thinking, lo and behold, I got an email today about a sale at Cigar Box mats, which I've played on before, not a lot, but I think that might be a good option to look at, and I could potentially get a bunch of different ones in different colors, and I think at least it's going to get me up and running fast when I move. But I don't. For me, the three important things about terrain, or the three factors with most game tables, are rivers and streams, woods or forests, and hills. And the hills are the ones that I'm most concerned about. Like, do they really? I haven't tried it with the mats. Does the aesthetic of it look good? Because the aesthetic is important to me. That's really, I'm more about the visual than the practical playing. But I'd be curious to know what you think. So again, good problem to have. But just trying to put my thoughts out there and see what anyone else thinks. Like what really works. And maybe there is no one answer. I could try some different things too and see how it goes. But would love to know what you think. So thanks for watching. All advice welcome. Bye.